All right, here we go. This one is going to be a 40 Smith & Wesson test. And today we have the Winchester Ranger T Series. So we have the 165 grain versus the 180 grain. So that's what these 165s look like. Nice wide hollow point cavity on those ones. They are nickel plated brass, and I believe they are rated at 1140 feet per second. And our 180 grains, same thing. These ones actually have a little bit wider hollow point cavity on those. Do have that nickel plated brass on these as well, and those are rated at 990 feet per second. So today we're going to put these ones head to head. So we'll be going through our gel today. That is a 10% block. Do have our jug backstop just in case we get those pass-throughs, and our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. So like always, we have our chronograph back here. We will set it up in front, so hopefully we can get those impact velocities. We'll see how both these things do. So first one up will be that 165 grain. All right, we are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity on that was 1046. I actually just took a shot just to test, and we were right at 1051, so pretty consistent. So let's see how we did. So we got our entry hole. Looks like we got a nice, pretty center shot right there. You can see that nasty star pattern kind of going in. Looking pretty good so far. And check that thing out. Got a nice stretch cavity on that one. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. And it actually looks like we stopped right here at the end of the block. Didn't make it to that jug. Well, I guess it made it to the jug, but not all the way through. So let's see if we can get a measurement from the top, because it looks like that stretch cavity is actually pretty big. So let's try to go all the way over. We are right at 3 inches, so that's actually pretty wide. It does look like it kind of stretched out a little bit over here. So quite a bit of damage so far. So let's see from the side. Same thing. Looks like as soon as it hit, it started opening up. Hopefully the sun's right so you guys are actually seeing this. But looking pretty good. It looks like it didn't flatline until about that last inch. But a really nice stretch cavity on that one. Let's measure it from this side. So from this side, we're right at 2 1/4 inches. So like I said on the top, it kind of did blow it out a little bit more, but that's still pretty good stretch cavity on that. We didn't make it through. Definitely looks like it hit right there, but wasn't able to make it into that jug. Let's move this block over. And there's that round literally just barely sticking out. If that jug wasn't there, it definitely would have made it through. But so this is a 13-inch block, so it looks like we made it right to 13 inches. So not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll set it for that 180 grain, and then we'll compare them both at the end. All right, we are stepping back to 15 feet. This one is that 180 grain. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So that one, we got 991 feet per second. So that one's rated right at 990. So looks like we hit that box velocity rating, and that was out of that short barrel. So that's actually really good. All right, looks like we got a leaker, so I'm pretty sure we made it through. So looks like with both of these, we got really good shots. The one on the left is that 180 grain, and looks like a nice entry hole on that. So we do have a nice big star pattern. And let's check it out from the top. So now you'll be able to see a little bit better on how those performed. But here's that track on the left. They almost look identical. They both settled down pretty much the same time. That 180 carried just a little bit further, but really good star patterns on those. Nice spiral cuts. So let's see the measurement on this one from the top. And it kind of pushed into this other one. We're right at 2.5 inches on that one. So that 165 did do a little bit more damage. If I wasn't counting way out here how that one stretched, it's about the same. But it's actually really good. So let's see from the side how we did. And it looks like same thing. As soon as this one hit, it started expanding. I'm really hoping you guys are seeing this gel has clouded up a little bit. I will get some new blocks out here, but hopefully you guys can still tell what's going on. Looks like they did quite a bit of damage. It looks like we stopped it in this first jug and didn't flatline until about that last inch. So from on the side, we got right at, I can go to the bottom, we're 1 3/4 from the side. So not as much from that side view, but still looking pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull both these rounds out, and then we'll get those top tracks one more time and see how they did. All right, so before we show those rounds, we will show those tracks one more time. One on the right is that 165, one on the left is that 180. So here's that 165. Looks like it came in, started opening up really good. We actually stopped that one here right at the end of the block. So that's really cool when we get that to happen. And here is that 180 grain, same thing. Came in, opened up, creating all kinds of damage. And then this one actually went all the way through, and we stopped it in that first jug. So just a little bit more penetration, not much, but definitely a difference. All right, here are those rounds. One on the left is the 180, one on the right is the 165. So they both did really good. Opened up really nicely and super sharp. I actually ended up stabbing myself with one of those talons, and it did enough to make me bleed. So they are very, very sharp. But that one looks like it broke off one of its talons right there, but still did a really good job. Really big mushroom on that. We still have quite a bit of gel left in it, so later on, before we get our pictures, we will rinse it out just to get the rest of that stuff out. But got some nice uniform expansion on that one, and those talons and petals are super sharp. So that is the 165 and our 180 grain. Same thing with that 180. Did really good, opened up really nicely. Got some nice uniform expansion. And those petals are sharp. And these are some huge rounds. They open up really, really big. So not too bad. Let's check them out from the bottom. But you can see those things sticking out. They are really sharp. They got some nice good cuts in this gel too, so very cool to see. But there we go. That was 165 versus 180 grain on our Ranger T series. All right, here's that cross section for that 165 grain. Looks like it did quite a bit of damage. Got some nice deep cuts down in there. Same with this side. Those petals are definitely doing their job. Cutting this gel up. Pretty cool star pattern on this one. So let's cut it open. All right, so we've got a decent cut on it. So it looks about 1/2 inch where it started coming in, and it started ripping open. Opened up really nice. Got some really nasty cuts down in here. Did drag in quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt too. It's under this little flap right there. But really deep cuts. A lot of damage on that one. Same thing, this is that left side. You can see where it came in, opened up right there, and started doing a little bit of damage. Looks like we have a petal down in there. There was another petal at the end over here. But same thing, nice deep cuts. And a little bit of that cotton t-shirt that it actually drug in, but yeah, right there you can really tell how much damage it's actually doing. Pretty nasty round. And it's cool that we're actually able to catch it in the block this time too. So there's that 165. All right, and here's that cross section for that 180 grain. Same thing on this one. You got some really nice deep cuts down in there. You can see a little bit of that cotton t-shirt right there. Same thing on this side. Got some really good, nice slices in there. So let's cut this one open. All right, and same thing on this one. This one looks like it expanded a little bit quicker than that 165, probably 1/4 inch in. Started to open up and did a lot of tearing. You can see quite a bit of that fabric that it drug in. But we got some pretty nasty cuts down in this gel. You can really see right there. It's pretty nasty looking. Here's that left side. Same thing, came in, started parachuting open. A little bit of that fabric. Got some nice clean cuts all the way through. So usually when I'm carrying that 40, that's usually what I have it stuffed with that 180 grain Ranger T. Usually in every test I've done, which is quite a few with that stuff, it usually opens up pretty good, no matter what. But there we go. Pretty good damage. 180 grain.